Ooh, okay. So if you want to start a podcast today, especially if you've thought about it for longer than you care to admit, because it's something that you keep saying, right? Like how many people are like, I'm going to start a podcast, and they've been saying it for like the past 3 years. And you're like, seriously, dude, just start your podcast. So I would say that before you even care about the microphone or any of that stuff, which of course is important, you got to have good audio if you're going to be a podcaster. But it would be to decide what is the name of your podcast, and then just write down the first episode. What is your first episode? What are you going to talk about? Now, I will say, I was going to say 3 episodes, but I'm trying to keep it even that easier. But I feel like a lot of people get stuck because they overthink what it's going to be. And I think about, like, if you're going to start a podcast, you're in it for the long haul. You're going to have to come up with a lot of ideas. So like Ashley was saying, I think that's the James Altucher's like 10 ideas a day is a great way to kind of create that muscle. But think about what would be the first 3 episodes. Like, what are they going to be, and what are they going to talk? What would I talk about? And then give yourself permission to create them, knowing they are probably going to be bad. Like they're probably not going to be the best episodes. You're going to go back to your first episode after you've done 10, 20, 50, and look back to your first one and think, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. That was horrible. Like, what was I thinking? But it doesn't matter. So I think a lot of people get really stuck in the process of the strategy, right? Like, I have to make all of them perfect. No, because if it really is about the reps, then you do the first episode and then you learn and you get feedback, and then you do the second episode and you learn and get feedback, and you just keep getting better and better and better. And so if you haven't started one, this is your time. You're going to create the name of it, and you are going to just create, what are your first episode? What do you feel so passionate about that you think, I need to be behind the microphone sharing this message? If you don't feel that strongly about something, you're not going to want to do it every week. Like, you're just not going to be excited to find people to talk about that specific topic. You're not going to be excited to sit down and figure out, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to write? And what am I going to say? And then again, once you do, I mean, honestly, once you do a few episodes, you just kind of get hooked. But I will say, I think it's really important, just like when people ask me, how the writing process and writing a book, it is literally sitting down, giving yourself that goal. When I wrote my book, like a lot of people, I put it off because it seems like a big project, just like a podcast seems like a huge project. If you think 100 episodes, that's a lot, that's a big project, but you can do one episode. You can do one episode. And so writing the book, you can write 250 words today. That's it. That's all you have to do is write 250 words. And then tomorrow you write 250 words. And then sometimes you sit down to write 250 words, and you end up writing 500, 1,000 words. Just like in podcasting, sometimes I sit down to record one podcast and I think, oh, I could do another episode because I'm on a roll, and I get another episode in. But you sit down and you do the work. So whatever habit you have to create that gets you in your seat at the same time, whether it's every week, every day, whatever it is that gives you that, so that you're able to actually create. And again, not wait for inspiration, but you're creating the inspiration by actually sitting down and making it more of a practice and process than outcome.